Okay, hi, welcome everyone to the MovieJar podcast. My name is Chris, and I'm here to say that doing drugs is really gay. Um, now that we're demonetized. Um,
We're never
my name's
Hello.
Al.
monetized.
My
Hello.
name's
My
Alex, and I'm
hello.
I'm I- I'm a 3D modeler who's sick again. Woo!
Hi, Alex. Welcome to Alcoholics Anonymous. Um,
Hello.
Damn.
Speaking of alcoholics, would you like to introduce this film to us, Alex?
Hey, we haven't introduced
Um,
ourselves.
yeah, who are you? Weirdo,
I'm
I don't even
I'm
know.
Cameron,
No,
and
it
I'm going to turn
isn't.
into an alcoholic if I'm not careful.
Stop lying.
Uh-oh.
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 Chris. This is
Chris is
Chris.
Chris is dying.
Chris is getting slowly sent into the void.
Why is it that the second I
Um,
hit record, this happens?
of course.
Hello.
I mean,
Hello.
Hello?
hello.
Hello. Okay.
Hello.
My Discord is fucked for some reason.
Lovely.
Hello, everybody.
Yay! I love technical difficulties. Yeah.
I'm Kaya.
If I just disappear and I'm not talking, goodbye.
Same here for me.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm kind of bored of this podcast here.
Man.
Yeah, for real.
Alright,
Fuck me, this.
Alex, would you like to
Sorry.
introduce this week's movie? Since it's your movie for the
Everyone.
4th time in a row.
Oh
Look,
my god.
all I
We've
can say
devised
is-
a strategy for that.
All I can say is once, it's the second time in a row. Two, the movie
No, it's
this week
not.
was.
It's the 3rd.
Oh, I know it's the third time. Shit. The movie this week is a little film that you probably maybe heard about called Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Specifically,
Whoa, oh
it is
my
called.
god, I've never heard of it before.
Well, no, here's the thing. It's because it's called Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Because, and I haven't looked this up, so I could be spewing misinformation, that's fine. But I would have it to reckon that it's due to something with the fact that in the same year,
Two
which
other
was,
Pinocchios were released.
was it two? Because I know about the Disney one, I don't know
It was
about.
a Disney live action, and it was that really shitty one that everyone hated.
Where everyone's like, holy shit, Pinocchio's gay now.
Yeah, that
Oh
one.
yeah, that.
Yeah,
That
so yeah,
Pinocchio
two
went
other
woke.
Pinocchios were released in 2022.
Pinocchio,
So we got
more like
three in the
Homeo.
1 year.
Chris, stop speaking.
I say one fucking thing.
Yeah, you're not
One
allowed to speak
thing.
anymore.
Hermio crossed
You know
the
what?
line.
Yeah, alright. I'll fucking shut the fuck up for the rest of the podcast. You don't hear from me.
Hermio
Chris.
crossed the line.
Did I just hear a yippee?
Look, the viewers are
Damn.
invested in the rivalry between Kaya and Chris.
Really?
I think they are.
We gotta play into
all
it.
three of them. All three of them.
Hey, I'll have
Hey.
you know,
Hey.
I'll have you know, 20 people listened to the last one.
Anyway.
Wait,
a
hang
lot-
on. 20?
20, yeah. Everything, everywhere, all at once is 20 views.
Nope, got
Um,
about 40.
What's the monetization like on that?
Nothing.
You sharing that shit?
My eyes are turning into dollar signs as we speak. Hello.
We don't make any money till I get a good mic, and that's not happening for a while. Anyway, so the film is
Don't make any
basically-
money until I get a good mic. This I demand.
Anyway.
No money.
Anyway.
No one watches this podcast for film criticism. This movie is pretty dope. It is done entirely in stop motion and took Gilmore a little while to do. However,
It was in
Our
production hell
favorite-
for 10 years.
it
10
was?
years.
Mhm.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. I did my
That
research.
actually makes sense. Oh
That's-
wow, okay,
that's
damn.
insane.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro loves animation, and yet every executive hates him, despite his movies consistently being bangers.
He had to
Okay.
fight.
Not Pacific Rim 2.
He didn't direct that.
He had
Oh,
to,
okay, that makes a lot more sense.
He had to fight to get it to be stop motion. Like, he insisted on it, and it kept bouncing around various studios until Netflix picked it up and was like, "Hey, we'll do that. We'll fund this for you. We'll platform
Hell
it."
yeah.
Just like Nope.
Very rare Netflix W.
Well, just not like Nope, just like Prey. This should have gone to cinemas,
It
but
did.
instead it was on. It did.
In select
Oh.
theaters.
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's so much better.
I.e., like, just like a few in America.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
Look, I first watched this when Chris stayed over at my place one time. I fucking loved it, and then we tried watching that Zack Snyder film with the Rebel Moon. We didn't get 20 minutes in because we simply were like, this is not Pinocchio.
I think every 3 minutes, no, not even every 2 minutes, we found something that was just so horrendously bad. We stopped it and just like shit talked it for like
We were like,
another
this is
10
not
minutes.
Pinocchio. This is not Pinocchio, and then we stopped watching 20 minutes in.
I think we spent like an hour or something and got 10 minutes in because we just shit talked it that often, and we're like,
Oh my God.
God, kill me throughout the
Anyway.
entirety of that shit.
Yeah, but I this film is pretty good. I love it a lot. I think it is genuinely just a really good film, and I will discuss thoughts later. Kaya,
hmm
as the resident Kubo the Two Strings beloved
What?
lover, what did
That
you
is a
think of
way.
this stop motion film?
Those two things don't really have much correlation.
Coraline?
What the fuck are you
Caroline.
talking about?
Um,
What are
I
you
yeah.
doing here? Having my eyes removed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Kaya?
Eh?
I really liked it. There, I think at points there was like a tiny bit of pacing issues, mainly just the circus. That whole thing went on just a little bit too long for my taste. Um, I my only thing that like as I was watching it, I was like, I sort of preferred this aspect in Kubo better was the aesthetics purely because a lot of it gave me a bit of Uncanny Valley. I think because, for me personally, because Kubo is a lot more like not grounded in realism, like it's paper. It
Mm.
gave me a bit of Uncanny Valley at points, especially the water, because for some reason the water, and I got like right up close to my TV to look at this, the water, the water itself in the ocean scene looked real, but the sea foam on top didn't, and it was fucking with my mind, and I was like, I don't like this, I don't like this.
That's interesting.
But honestly, that's pretty much the only, those things are pretty much the only issues I really had with it. I think some parts were a little. Bro, this was dark for it's not a kids movie, it's a family movie. But like, I was actually I was
Mm.
surprised at how dark it got at points because I was like, this is made by Netflix in 2022, where everything is watered down to be kid friendly. Like the second you say, "Oh, I want to make a family film," it immediately gets completely watered down. And other than the fart song sung to Mussolini, which was just funny, and I'll talk about the whole like fascist Italy thing in a minute because
Oh yeah, I have stuff
I
to
have
talk
thoughts on
about as
that.
well. I
Um,
have thoughts as well.
and
So I'm not the only one.
and like that was pretty much the only thing that was like clearly orientated more towards kids. But I was actually shocked at just how dark it got at points. Like bro's father ordered him to shoot Pinocchio. Like that's crazy. That's fucking
Pinocchio gets
crazy.
Pinocchio dies in a shootout on the bay.
Pinocchio dies several times. Like bro almost gets like burnt alive. That's crazy for a family
I
film.
think we forget that he literally talks to death and discovers his mortality and the horrors of immortality and how he wants to die
Yeah,
and
but
like
that's
how that's kind of the point of the entire film. It's like
but
discovering mortality
yeah,
and
but that's
fascism, I guess.
yeah, but that's not what I
Discovering fascism.
that's not what
Yes.
I meant. I meant it as like I was surprised because this was made in 2022 and this is the level of darkness you would expect from like an indie 2000s kids movie, you know.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fair. What I was talking about was just like tangentially touching on the film. Sorry.
Yeah.
Also,
I
sorry about spoilers, everybody.
okay,
Uh,
my the fascist Italy thing I actually quite liked. I thought it was pretty nifty. Um
It's
it was a
inventive.
really it was actually quite a fitting setting for a darker Pinocchio movie. And
Mm.
I actually really loved the attention to detail with all of it, like the not just the costuming, but you know the clothes that the characters wore. It was all quite like surprisingly historically accurate. It was pretty good. I actually really liked the whole like fascist Italy setting. I was shocked when I saw it and I saw them like doing like the salute. I was like, "What the fuck?" And like I
Yeah,
saw the guy with
that kind of took me
I
aback.
saw the armband and I was like, "What the fuck?" Um but I
Mm.
actually really liked the setting. I thought it was actually quite fitting.
Mm. Oh well, Chris, what did you think on the film?
I thought it was just genuinely very good. It had like a feeling of culture and perspective that I don't think a lot of kids' films actually had, because it touches on historical events. Well, not historical events, but it touches on some sense of history, particularly that of fascist Italy, which is not portrayed very often in like current day films,
Yeah, it's
which I
unique.
found very interesting. Yeah, exactly.
You know,
So it
it's nice.
provides, yeah, it provides a nice little perspective. I found all the visuals and how they looked at angels and death in a visual manner very unique. Something that you'd see out of a very indie D&D book or something like that.
I
Well,
gotta
not
admit with
D&D
you there,
book, but you get me, you know?
like old
Um,
Mm.
fantasy novels.
yeah. Something like that. It's
It
just
felt
interesting.
very children's book to me, particularly with like the rabbits taking you in the coffin, and then
Bro,
you
that
meet a
scene
big
was
snake.
sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I don't think it's children's book-esque. I get in that sense, in like the sense of it's sort
Whimsy.
of yeah, whimsy. That's what I want to say. Thank you, Kai. It's sort of I think it's more of a fucking fantasy splat book in terms of the visuals, but it's more of a kid's story, as Alex said, in terms of like the narrative and portrayals of characters, which I find it very interesting as a mashup. And I find that Guillermo del Toro tends to do that in his films, which is why he's such a sort of, I wouldn't say like underground, but what he portrays isn't exactly uh common in media, and how it is portrayed is sort of cool and underground.
he always gives his all when it comes to getting into the worlds
He
that
puts his
he
whole Badusi
directs.
into it.
Does
What? The
does
what?
hang
Yeah,
on a
no,
minute?
he puts his whole Del Toro in.
Yeah.
Oh
I
fucking what?
disliked that.
Oh.
What?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll get into that. I'll get into that when we get to the Hobbit.
Huh?
Get into the Del Toro Sea or something?
No. We
Is that what
haven't
you
gotten on,
call it now?
we haven't gotten to the Hobbit on the wheel, and I will discuss it when we get to the wheel.
What?
Uh,
The wheel.
What are you talking about?
Cameron. Well, it's
Hmm.
a secret tool. We'll find later.
I
Cameron,
don't want to find out later.
you you watched the film twice this week, didn't you?
Yes, I
Really?
thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah,
Damn.
I ended up watching it twice because the first time through, well, sorry, the first time through I watched it at normal speeds because I knew that there would be music in it, and I was like, okay, well, I'll enjoy the songs, and the songs were okay.
Oh yeah, I did
I
not expect it to be a musical.
Yeah, I was kind of meh on the songs.
I
I
agree.
didn't really bother me much, but the uh the actual material and the topics that they touched on. Even in the first couple of minutes with um Pinocchio's father losing. I always forget his name. What's his name?
Geppetto.
Yeah,
Carlos?
when Geppetto. No, Geppetto. When he loses his actual son to 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 bombing and turns to
Yeah.
alcoholism.
Coffin child versus bomb.
Atomic bomb, yeah. That was
Oh,
horribly dark.
Yeah, I was shocked. In a
It
good
genuinely took me back.
Back to the
took me a-
war.
way. It gave you
it took
flashbacks.
it took me aback quite a lot because I was like, I was not expecting that from a fucking Pinocchio movie. Huh?
On the topic of that, do you want to know what I thought of when the bomb went off? And I feel really bad for thinking of it.
Oh god.
You know how in Big Hero 6 when like
Stop
Hero's
talking.
Shut
father
up.
Stop
dies,
talking.
Shut up.
and then he explodes
Don't-
and goes back. It was
don't
shot
bring
for
it
shot.
up.
It was the exact same.
Don't bring it
No,
up, Tadashi.
you're
Big Hero
not.
6 was
You're not being
different.
serious.
I mean, you're
boyfriend.
right, but like, how dare you bring up that movie? How dare you bring up Tadashi's death, man?
Anyways, sorry about that. Other than that, I really I really thoroughly enjoyed this film, and I finished watching it the second time around like 15 minutes before we started recording today.
Damn.
Because I was like, I need to make sure that I have all my thoughts regarding this in order, because there was a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I watched it earlier today.
Hang on. Alex, just I do need to ask you. You mentioned that you had a fun little fact earlier.
Oh yeah.
Hang on.
So Spazzatura.
Yeah, the monkey.
Spazzatura,
The
the funny
monkey.
monkey
Monkey.
man. Funny monkey man. Do you want to know who voices Spazzatura?
Alright.
Because I guarantee. No. Take a guess. Any actor that you would think voices Spazzatura.
Oh, wait, I think I actually know this too.
Chris, who do you think voices the monkey?
Fucking Mark Hamill.
It's
I don't know.
it's Ewan
Cameron?
McGregor, right?
Nope. That's the cricket.
That's the cricket. Cameron
Okay,
is
Cameron, you
muted.
reckon. Oh, damn. Alright.
I'm back. Sorry. Fixing some audio
Spazzatura.
issues.
Spazzatura.
Oh, don't tell me that this is gonna be.
Who
Don't
voices Spazzatura? Who do you think voices Spazzatura?
Oh no.
Take a guess. Take it. It's an actor you know.
It's an actor that I'm well aware of.
You should be, yes.
You're not. You're sent to death.
I will kill you.
There is one name. There is one name ringing in my head, but I don't want to. I don't want to say it.
Say it.
Please
Say it.
just.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
I swear to God. If this is Jamie Lee Curtis,
No. You're lucky.
thank God.
Close, though.
Thank
It's Kate
God.
Blanchett.
Yeah, I just looked it up. What?
Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett. Galadriel from Lord of the Rings is the voice of Spazzatura. She made all those monkey noises.
What?
Oh my God.
That's
I genuinely thought you were about to say Jamie Lee Curtis. and
same. I
was
actually kind of
going to
expected that
shit-
until I looked it up.
I was going to shit myself.
Yeah, no, Jamie Lee Curtis isn't in this film.
I would have been so mad.
You know who
I
is in this
love
film?
her, but
Tilda
oh my
Swinton.
God.
Yeah,
Really?
Tilda Swinton
She's the
voices
Wood
Death.
Sprite and Death, yeah. She voices both of them.
Huh.
Yeah.
Finn
Which is- I think that's
Wolfhard
cool.
is
Yeah.
Candlewick.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hmm.
when you talked of Uncanny Valley, I immediately went to Candlewick because he looks kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie.
He does look a little
He
funny.
Although I did like Mussolini.
His
I like
portrayal
the
was
puppets.
very funny.
I like a puppet.
I like
a
puppets.
I like a puppets.
Oh yeah, Alex,
Wait,
what?
I don't like
wait. Ron Perlman was Podesta?
Yeah, Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman. It goes way back with
Mr. Gorilla?
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ron Perlman's is Optimus Primal.
What?
Ron Bellman
Yeah.
is a dude.
Yeah, he's Optimus Primal in Rise of the Beast.
Ron Perlman is
What?
incredibly based. I love Ron Perlman.
I love him.
So, Alex, when I brought up the setting being fascist Italy, it sounded like you had some opinions that might contrast with my opinions, and I'm curious.
Please elaborate before you say that. Because that sounds like you might be calling Alex a Nazi.
No.
No. But
What?
But they are a Nazi.
what the
Huh?
fuck? No. Internet footprint. Internet footprint. No. I'm not. I'm the
That-
I'm the opposite. I have some radical beliefs, but they're quite the opposite.
They are on the
those
complete
ones.
opposite spectrum.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I really love, on my second rewatch, I started to really notice this. I really love how Guillermo del Toro, he he tends to have a central theme that he tackles in all of his films. Very centralized. There's a couple sub-themes, but for the most part, every film tackles like one question or one theme. I'll bring it up when we watch Pacific Rim as well. But in this
Pacific
one,
Rim's not on the list.
No, it got
Um,
swapped.
what?
I think so, at least.
It was
No, you
never on the
didn't. You didn't.
list.
No, it
It
was.
is. It
For
is.
me.
It
Yeah,
is?
it's on the. It
Mhm.
is.
What?
Yeah, it's because you've never seen Pacific Rim. But this film tackles the question of order and of when do you obey and what exactly is one meant to do with authority, which is strange for a Pinocchio film, but it makes a lot of sense
It's
when you
actually
actually delve into it.
pretty. It makes a lot of sense when you think about the original story. I gotta be honest, the original Pinocchio story, he is an asshole on purpose. Like, it's not just like feigned naivety or whatever. He's just an asshole. He kills Giuseppe.
Oh. Yeah, he's just a bitch.
Yeah, he's just an asshole. It's a very, very dark story, honestly. I mean, this movie is dark, but like not that far. And like even like think of the Disney one, like the original. There are some parts of it that are pretty fucked up. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But yeah, it being set in fascist Italy, I will admit when Chris and I first watched it, I was like, whoa, what the fuck is Mussolini doing here?
Did you not
Mussolini,
did you
what are
not
doing
realize
here?
until Mussolini showed up?
No, it was when his face was plastered on the wall.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
that's when I saw it. I was like, hey, wait a
Oh,
minute.
yeah,
Hang on a
but
second.
Hang
I
on a
will
second.
admit,
Sir.
on my second viewing, it ties the whole film together. This feeling of, I think someone on Letterboxd said anti-fascist Pinocchio. Like, I don't care what they tell me. I have no apples and I will not lie. Like, he approaches everything with such childlike innocence that when he's confronted with the, like, what's the quote from Andor? The unnatural authority of
Uh-oh, you bring up
authority.
Andor, you're gonna get doxxed.
Oh.
Too bad we're getting docked.
Bro, people
No.
have gotten doxxed just for like saying that they like
Come on, I
Andor.
want someone to come to my house. I need to get rid of my fucking salsa.
Anyway,
don't
sorry,
know.
continue.
Yes, I need to throw out some shit.
Thank you.
Please take it
you,
away
Chris.
from me.
But it makes a lot of sense. It positions Pinocchio in a society where he not only has to obey his father, he has to obey
The
Count
law.
Volpe, he has to obey
Ah,
fucking fascist Italy. He has to
I was so shocked when I saw Mussolini. I'm like, what the fuck?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Waiting
Oh,
for
yeah,
them to
also
play
fun
Bella
fact,
Ciao.
Mussolini, what are you doing
Tom
here?
Petty, the guy who
Waiting for
voices
them to
SpongeBob,
play
he voices
fascism?
Mussolini.
Hang on. Sorry, Alex, what?
Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, is the voice of Mussolini in this film.
What?
Oh my god, SpongeBob is a fascist. SpongeBob is a fucking fascist. I knew it all along.
But yeah, what did you think, Kaya?
I already had my go.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I thoroughly agree with you that it's historical. You and Chris, for that matter, that the fact that it's positioned in fascist Italy is not only, quite interesting for the themes, but is also, as Chris said, interesting because fascist Italy really kind of gets forgotten about.
Yeah.
Um, because the Nazis were just that bad, and Japan doesn't want to talk about it.
Japan was
So it's
also
like,
just that bad.
yeah, so it's like
Hmm.
Mussolini
Honestly.
and the Italian fascists, they rarely ever get like the spotlight on them.
Sort of like how
Uh,
people forget that like Spain was on the Nazi side. They were just too busy having a civil war to join in on World War Two, but they were on Germany's side.
yeah,
They did.
The
Spain did
Nazis
actually
did
contribute
support the
quite a lot,
civil
and
war.
Spain did actually contribute quite a lot in terms of materials and war supply efforts
Yeah, they just didn't like
towards.
actively send troops. But
Yeah, which I
yeah,
mean, good.
I yeah, honestly, the setting I was see when I saw that it was when I saw like World War One, I was like, okay, it'll be set in the Great Depression. And then I
Nope.
saw that it was set in fascist Italy, and I'm like, oh, so this is where
Oh,
we're going with this.
oh no.
But yeah, I think it really aided not just to the story, but again to the aesthetics. Like it's something that you don't really like, even the church and how it didn't get repaired for a very long time. It's very common in Europe. Bro, when I went to Berlin last year, like we went to this old, I think like cathedral, and it was built for Kaiser Wilhelm. And
Oh wow.
it's incredible. It's beautiful. But half of it is destroyed from World War Two. They just never repaired it. Probably because I think
Oh.
if they tried to do too many repairs on it, it would break. Um, or some, I don't know, but they've never done repairs on it. It's very common in Europe for buildings to have sat for decades without being fixed after the bombings. So like the incredible attention to detail of them not repairing that church for a long time after it was bombed. It's so cool. Like
I mean,
That's
I
yeah,
was nerding
that's
out
I
over
actually
the
really
history for
interesting.
ages.
I never actually thought about that. I'll be real. But yeah, that makes sense. I remember when I went to Europe, Dresden, for example. I know this
Mm.
happened after or during World War II. Dresden took forever to rebuild because the English like flattened it. Um, in fact, actually, I think it was the son of the lead bomber. Um, he actually became a blacksmith, and he himself used like parts from broken bombs and reforged like the cross to go on a cathedral. But it was like a community effort that took decades to rebuild Dresden, just because it was that destroyed. And there are plenty of places in Europe which still haven't recovered from the war.
I'm never gonna forgive what happened to Pompeii and to just Greece as a whole.
Yeah.
As an ancient history lover. Um,
Oh yeah.
but
But
anyway,
yeah, the historical part of it was interesting because I've never seen the Disney version of it, but frankly, I don't want to.
Really?
I haven't seen it in years, at least like
Oh,
probably 15 years.
oh yeah. Okay, sorry. The animated version, yeah, that was okay. I haven't seen that in years. I mean the live action
Ah,
one that came out that year.
why would anyone
Um,
watch that?
Oh yeah.
It's trash.
I mean, yeah, but Father, I want to go outside.
Ugh.
Woke, provoke Neo.
Bro,
Um,
should we put
Pinocchio.
the gay one on the list next time?
no, God no,
Not another Sharknado 5.
Damn.
no. If we want another Sharknado 5 live action Mulan is on that list, then
No.
yeah, exactly.
No.
Um,
I would
don't
rather
tempt,
not.
don't tempt fate.
The only,
Um,
like, I maintain the only good Disney live action was Cinderella. That
I
was
still
actually
am yet
really
to.
good.
Was that Disney?
Yeah. In 2015, they made a live action. It was the first Disney live action. It started the trend of them doing live action, and it was
Oh
incredible.
shit!
All of the other ones were just really, really shit. Especially
Oh.
especially the fucking costuming. I'm looking at you, Beauty and the Beast. Fucking Emma Watson refusing to wear a fucking corset, and so now her costume looks like shit. Anyway,
Yeah.
One thing that I will compare this to the live action version of the Disney one, that Chris will probably agree with me, is that design wise, this one just solos everything because, oh my god, the designs for all the magical creatures and oh, Sebastian J. Cricket, my
bro,
beloved, I
I
love you
will
in this figure.
yap on and on about the spirits, like both of them. Their designs were incredible. The first time that I saw Death, especially, I was like, oh my god. I
Chris,
like
what were our
actually
first
audibly gasped when
Oh.
I saw it because I was so in love with it. It's so pretty.
Chris, what were our first reactions when we saw Death and Life, the
Hmm.
Wood Spirit?
I think when we saw the wood spirit, we were like, "Damn,
Biblically accurate
it's
fairy.
just a biblically accurate
Uh
Oh no,
oh.
he's
Oh.
been taken.
That I
angel."
I watched it
For real,
today.
bro. You got
Uh oh.
Oh. Again.
I watched it today and I put in the group chat, oh my god, biblically accurate angel.
Oh yeah, you did.
Well, what did I? Yeah, oh my god, it's a biblically accurate angel. Average landlord moment. Bro, this movie has turned into a horror film real quick. What the fuck is happening? And that was it.
Did you say average landlord moment?
It was. Oh my god, I don't even remember. Oh, it was
It was
Jiminy Cricket
Sebastian being like,
yeah, it was like, this is my home. You can't.
my property.
This is my property.
That's funny.
I'm a homeowner. I'm just like average landlord.
I'm a homeowner and I want to know what you're going to do with my property. Um, I uh, I will say one thing that I think this film has over a lot of films these days is colors.
Yes.
Oh yeah, big time.
Life.
Because this film has some of the most beautiful color compositions I've ever seen. It is amazing. It is so much color, and I wish Disney would make something that wasn't gray for once. But you know, this is just
Looking at you,
so like
Marvel.
the warm tones in Italy when he's by the sea with the vibrant blues of the ocean when he's, you know, dead and the purplish hues and
when he's
oh
dead.
when he's dead and
When
the
he's
dark
dead.
And when he's dead the
dead.
second time,
And
and
the
When he's dead
third
the
time.
third.
And the
And the
fourth
fourth.
time.
And the fifth.
he
But
dies a lot.
it suits so well because then when you see the spirits, like, when Geppetto and Pinocchio are going through the woods, and when they're at the sunset, are like very similar color compositions, and it just scratches my brain. And the spirits just stand out with their blues that have slightly different shadow colors to, um, it's not just a darker blue. They've got like a hint of purple on the edge highlighting. It's
And also just the lighting. Oh my god, the lighting.
You know, I really wish I could comment on the color grading
They
of this movie.
they honestly they really did highlight just how beautiful Italy actually is. Like, not by showing specific places or specific scenery, but by using color to show how beautiful it actually is.
Mm. Oh, I mean, I found this movie beautiful in terms of the actual visuals because I'm a sucker for I'm a sucker for stop motion. I have Mad God on my list,
I love
and
stop mo.
genuinely one of the most peak movies I've ever like one of the most peak stop motion movies I've ever seen. It, in my opinion, Mad God is up there in terms of stop motion quality as things like Wallace and Gromit and
Damn.
Yeah.
other Aardman pictures. movies. Like that's how high we're talking, and the fact that this movie matches that, if not, I'm reluctant to say it goes beyond, but it really pushed what stop motion can be, and what stop motion has been seen in the public eye before,
I think also
which made me very happy.
I don't remember what they're called, but I was actually kind of surprised that like it's the guys who did Robot Chicken.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. The
Wait,
people who
really?
did Robot Chicken did Pinocchio. I am like, I watched a YouTube review this morning, and that's what they said. You might fact check me, but like I'm pretty sure it's
Mm.
by the people who did Robot Chicken, which is
You
just
know what?
fucking
It doesn't
impressive.
surprise me.
Yeah,
It's like finding. That's like the inverse of finding out that the same person who did Samurai Jack and the 2003 Clone Wars series also did Hotel Transylvania.
That's like finding out that the guy who did Bumblebee also did Coupon Two Strings.
Those are his only two movies he's made.
I know, and I love it. It's so funny.
Wait, what? You're
Travis
kidding.
Knight,
This has been
Travis Knight,
discussed.
Travis Knight is the CEO of Leica, but he's only been the director of two films.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's worked in plenty of other roles, but he's only ever been he's only ever been the director of two films.
I feel like I come to this realization every time.
I
But Cameron, oh yeah,
see
Mhm.
my thing with stop motion is that I love stop motion and I wish that it was a more popular medium. However, this is from the perspective of a producer. I go to someone and or they come to me and they're like, "Hey, I want to make an animated film." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Sounds like a great idea." And they go, "I want to make it stop mo." And I'm like, "Ah shit, that's going to take at least like 6 7 years to do. That's going to cost a lot of money. I'm not sure I want to do it." Because the thing with
Mm.
stop motion is that it is such a difficult and time-consuming process that a lot of producers unfortunately just don't want to do it because it's so time consuming, it's so costly. And that's the reason why this film was in production hell for so long, because no one wanted to fund a stop motion film. But um he like insisted on it being stop mo, and I'm so glad that he did. Because I really don't think for a story like this, I really don't think that it would have been anywhere near as effective or impactful in regular 2D or 3D animation.
I can
Like
definitely agree.
I think if you like the movies like Spider-Verse and Puss in Boots, the frame rate thing, it sort of I don't think it's definitely not the only reason, but part of the reason they have that is to sort of try to emulate
Emulate.
Emulate.
try to emulate like that same like feeling of stop motion without doing stop motion, which is completely fair. Honestly, stop mo is incredibly difficult.
Yes,
Um,
yes and no.
but well,
Yes and no.
it's not the only reason, but it is part of it, and
Yeah.
it just doesn't pull it off as well as stop motion does. Like it's
True.
that like the rawness of it, like
It's the
s-
tactile. It's the
yeah.
tactile nature of the medium.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it's just cuz it feels more real because it is real. It
Yeah.
just
No.
adds that extra layer
It's
of
a part.
emotion.
It's a part that many a animation scientist and philosopher has written many a PhD thesis on, which is the tactile nature of stop motion and its imperfect form of animation. There's a British stop motion animator that I've completely forgotten the name of, but he's made it his career and he's made it his academia that he studies, which is, he basically believes that stop motion is an inherently liberating experience. It's an inherently like interesting medium because it has so many flaws and it because it has that very tactile nature. the fact is with stop motion is you can't do what a lot of animators do, which is you can't block out certain poses and then fill in the blanks until you have your exact scene. With stop motion, you have to start and then move the character to the end. There is no in betweening. And because it is real, because it is puppets, there is a lot when it comes to fabricating it. There's a lot when it comes to what are they going to be made of, and that haptic sense of cinema with if you can feel like you could really feel the characters yourself. And it connects you deeply to the animation in that way because you do feel like it's more real. You see it, and your mind can immediately trace back the feeling of everything you're seeing. You watch Wallace and Gromit and you see that claymation, you can imagine how Wallace and Gromit would feel. When you watch something that has lots of cloth puppets, you can, when they scrape the, when their hands go across something, you can imagine cotton going over something hard. And it connects you deeper to the cinema, which is why I think that Guillermo del Toro chose to do this in chose to do this in stop motion is because the man absolutely loves animation, like loves it, and of course he would love the most the hardest to do, but the most gratifying um form of animation there is. I say this as someone who likes 3D.
I think also like it's like I was always really really scared of Coraline. I saw it in cinemas when it first came out, which is crazy to think about. Fuck, I'm old. Um but like I remember being so terrified of that movie because it looked so real. And also the amount of
Yeah.
fucking detail in that movie is crazy. There's this person on TikTok and they go over like every like bit of detail in Coraline and I'm just like, holy shit. Like I think Stomo it adds it it's a medium that it also lets you add a lot more detail and emotion into because you're up close and it's real and stuff. I don't know. It's so fucking cool, man.
It's interesting. I had a thing with Coraline because I had a thing about eyes when I was little, and I feel as though Guillermo del Toro he just has a way of fucking with you in the weirdest ways, and you can see it in stuff like Pan's Labyrinth with the guy with the eyes on his fucking hands, and it's just like he like peels open his hands and
Mm,
fingers upwards and
I
outstretches them
hate
really slow,
that.
and then the eyes open and it's all crinkly and shit. That fucks with me. And I feel as though that's a really good part of like Guillermo del Toro's style is that he knows how to fuck with you via like the sound or just the visuals.
Oh yeah,
Because like
that
if you can just have like something open and fuck you over, damn, you're good at owning a scene.
yeah, that was my
Hang on.
other like thing with the like my other like thing with the aesthetics of Pinocchio. It was that the eyes just creep, especially of Giuseppe. His eyes creeped me out. Like I don't know, man. They were just so bright blue that it was freaky. It's
Mm.
that uncanny valley again for me. I don't know.
Mm.
Oh, big time, yeah.
Like it was still so visually impressive and it was still so cool, but like at the same time I was like, and I think that's why I liked Kubo's aesthetics and animation more was because it's paper. And I also just like the Japanese sort of aesthetic more like as a setting and all that shit. But like
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. If I'm comparing two stop mo films and their actual puppets themselves, I definitely prefer Kubo's. Also,
Cameron,
the fact
Chris,
that
is there
one
anything
is like
else?
16 feet tall.
Cameron, Chris, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Um,
What's left to talk about? I mean, I guess we can talk about
okay.
like the fascism presented in the film and how it still carries on today. But that's
I
like
mean,
a whole thing.
that would probably be the best
Like
thing to talk
flip
about.
a coin if you want me to.
I
The main
mean, yeah, but
thing,
Cameron, is there anything? I mean, you've watched it twice now. Is there anything else you'd like to talk to about it? I mean, Kyra and I have yapped on for a while.
um, no, practically everything that you guys have said has covered my thoughts too. The only thing that I will say is that it does present fascism in a way that is not usually presented in kids' media. And I really liked that because especially fascist Germany, it was an incredibly cruel time to the citizens, and even the original Pinocchio, like it doesn't have those sorts of elements, right?
Yeah, because
So the
it's
fact
set
that
in the
that's
1800s.
yeah, so the fact that it's been set into a much further along time period and then has worked its the original story has worked its way into um a environment with fascist Germany, with how cruel of a dictator Mussolini actually was.
Mm.
To a point where when he when Mussolini was executed, the Italian citizens basically beat his body into an unrecognizable
Yeah,
mess.
didn't they like drag
Him
it
and
through
his
the
mistress, and
streets
then
and
hung him upside down.
yeah, they dragged him
Yeah,
through
Hung,
the
because
streets.
they dragged him and his mistress through the streets, beat them to death, and then hung them upside down on a lamppost.
they
Yep.
hated him so much. And that is like oh my. Um say the
Yeah.
least.
I think
Chris?
also the
Oh yeah.
the way that um children were brought up in that area, like they were just surrounded by all this propaganda shit, and the whole oh my god, the side plot between Candlewick and his father. Honestly, I
Mm-hmm.
actually think that was probably my favorite like section of the film, was the whole in the kids training facility, like on the island.
Oh,
I actually
definitely.
think that was my favorite part of the film. It was so good.
Mm. I did really enjoy that too. Um, Other than that, I wouldn't have anything else to say about this film more than just glazing the visuals and celebrating, how much of a godlike filmmaker uh, Mr. Del Toro is. Um, because he made this film and he's made yet again one of my favorite ever films, Pacific Rim, because I'm a sucker for a mech, and
Real.
he does the mech genre so well. Everything that man touches just becomes gold, and I will say that unapologetically. Apart from Pacific Rim 2, because he didn't touch it. So,
Chris, what about you? Go on. We haven't heard much from you this podcast.
What do you want me to say, bro?
Anything, literally anything. First thing that comes to mind. Anything.
Among Us.
oh,
There you
I'm
go.
all ears.
Um,
Among Us.
I sincerely enjoyed it from the the relationships that are observed are quite interesting. I liked Pinocchio's relationship with the what was that boy that was a dickhead in the beginning?
Candlewick.
Yeah, Candlewick.
Oh, hey, look, it's the one that Finn Wolfhard voices.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I enjoyed his character and like how it's shown that, well, fascism is technically, well, at least towards the youth, is like sort of creating a competition between a lot of people and hoping that, well, I guess you'll have to survive in this belief in like objective truth and shit. You know,
Mm.
you can't be weak or anything like that. That's one of the things. I enjoyed the,
You must
you know,
obey.
yeah, I enjoyed the idea that it's not that. It's just like the world is here, let's explore it together, that sort of friendship, because it's positive. It's a good message towards kids, and I feel as though kids should have at least some adult perspective and like some philosophy that will carry them through life, and I think that's a very good philosophy to carry. So yeah, I just found that pretty good.
Yeah.
In terms of exploring the ideas of death, I found it very positive, but also very fucked up. Like, they literally show the problem with immortality through the character, and like, by extension, you can probably because if you're showing that to a kid, they're gonna take it to logical conclusions, which is like not usually very good. So that's kind of a little bit fucked up, but how they show it is very interesting. So I think that's quite good. Um, I don't really have anything else to say on the
Yeah.
subject because I don't know everything about fascism. So,
I also
I
really
do.
liked the whole
oh, okay.
the way that they used fascism and fascist Italy as a way to show the relationship between like um Candlewick and his father. I loved the discussion between Pinocchio and Candlewick when they're like in their beds. Like it was such a nice moment, and it was a way for them to actually like bond and sort of make up a bit, and then they became friends. It's so I love it. It was great.
It was.
Mm.
Yeah.
Didn't Candlewick die?
No,
No, he doesn't. His
Oh.
dad dies,
Oh,
remember?
Dad
Oh
dies.
yeah,
oh,
that.
damn it.
His fate is left a little bit up to interpretation. We don't see from him again, but he doesn't seem to die.
Yeah,
At least
Shame.
on screen.
yeah. He
What
doesn't
the
die on
I'm
screen.
a Candlewick hater.
What?
Why?
I'm a Candlewick hater.
Why?
I
Why?
just am. Mainly because it's film alpha.
Eh?
All right.
There I have many reasons to hate him, but oh well.
Hey.
All right.
Anyway,
Well, if no one else has
cookies, I
any
guess.
final thoughts, do we want to do cookies?
I have a cookie.
The wheel?
I also have
Oh,
a
I don't have a
cookie.
cookie. Fuck. I'm
Okay, I'll
I'm
let you go first.
I'm starving them
Um,
today.
my cookie.
Fascists.
No. My my cookie is for Candlewick. I
Yeah.
thought his story arc was actually pretty interesting. So the original Pinocchio takes place in in a town in the province of Pistoia, which is in Tuscany. It's sort of near. It's sort of like between, or like it's near Florence, and there's this cookie called Brigadini, which is a little thin, like yellow orangey cookie, sort of like waffles, like sort of similar from that specific like region. So I'm giving him one of those. It's sort of like a little
I
like
love that.
what's it like anisey sort of.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that, I'll be honest.
I'll
I
go.
like doing my cookie research.
Hmm.
Well, I'll go next because I've got a cookie. Um, I thought I thought long and hard, and by long and hard I mean not very long because I looked at him and I was like, this is what he wants. I just know him because he's me. Sebastian J. Cricket, aka
An icon.
my beloved. Uh, he earns points because he's voiced by Ewan McGregor. It's like the opposite of Aquafina. Um, and I want to give him a shortbread cookie. I just think he would like shortbread. He seems like the kind of guy who's lived in a shortbread tin and
You
ate some of
seem
the
like the
crumbs
kind
and
I got.
was like, uh, it was like, yeah, I fucking love this cookie. I love shortbread cookies. Shortbread cookies are my life, and I am a little cricket guy.
Hmm.
But yeah, he
Okay.
gets a shortbread cookie. Purely based on vibes, I think he's a shortbread guy.
You think he's a shortbread guy?
I think he's a shortbread guy.
He's just a little guy, Your Honor.
Your Honor, he
okay.
is simply a little guy.
Okay.
Alright, what about you, Cameron?
Oh no, I'm playing into the fascism this time and starving them.
What?
All of them. You know,
All of
just
them?
like fascist Italy. So yeah, no, the cookie is
No
air
cookies.
cookie.
The
Oh, sorry,
cookie
no,
is the
no, no.
friends that we made along the way.
Actually, no. Cookie made out of sawdust. There you go.
Hey,
There you go. I love
that's the
fascism.
spirit.
Yes. For legal reasons, that's a joke. I don't love fascism, I swear.
I'm gonna put them into the
Alright,
cookie
alright, I'll
can.
believe you.
Oh.
Damn.
They'll
Oh,
bake their
no.
own.
Wait, is your cookie going to Benito Mussolini?
Mine? Sorry?
Yeah, your cookie, who's it going to?
Ah, Podesta, for being the arch asshole, I will give him uh nails and glue cookie sent directly to hell.
A nails and glue cookie?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Tell me it's like 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 how some cookies have like caramel that's put into the dough, right? Tell
Yeah.
me that's how the glue's done. Or is
Yeah,
it just in
pretty
little
much.
globules?
No, it's like literally nails and glue in the shape of a cookie. And that's it.
You know
Alrighty.
what? Considering Cameron starved everyone, I think that's fair. Um,
Alright,
well, with
wheel time?
wheel time. Now, I
Wheel
do want to say
time.
to our viewers at home, if we get another one of my movies, I'm making a separate wheel where we are going to spin everyone's names except for mine, because I have been informed that apparently selling my left testicle to the devil to make it that we get my movies all in a row was apparently not a good idea. Um,
Your Honor, it was really funny.
Your Honor, it's
Alright.
really funny.
Your
Alrighty,
kidneys
so
are next.
predictions.
God, give me Conan.
Funny enough, Conan the Barbarian's actually showing up in Mortal Kombat.
What?
We got
No
Conan
cap?
No cap, yeah.
We got Conan and
We got-
Mortal Kombat before GTA 6.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Uh,
actually.
You know, I'm feeling. What am I
I'm
feeling?
feeling romantic.
I'm feeling Princess Diaries or Lisa Frankenstein. Also, I think that
Ooh,
I
we
want
should
that.
reshuffle the list. It's been a while.
Oh,
Okay.
reshuffle.
Alright, we don't stop shuffling till Cameron and I make our picks. Go on, Cameron.
Because we just watched. I would really like Godzilla -1.
Hmm.
But if not, I would really like. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick to Godzilla -1.
Harakiri or Mad God or I Riot.
I think
I
we
know
might be
Harakiri's
saying
my movie.
Mad
Yeah,
God's
yeah.
mine.
Alex, if we get Harakiri, we're respinning.
No. No.
Hello,
It's time,
Aquafina.
Alex. It's time, Alex. It's Aquafina time, Alex.
Aquafina time.
Fucking Renfield.
Oh my god,
Who put that on their fucking list?
You.
Nicolas Cage and Aquafina.
I did
in the
not put
same
that on my
movie.
list.
Oh, this
No,
was
it was
Cameron.
me.
This is a Cameron film.
Yay.
Cameron,
I'm
you're
probably.
a fucker.
I know I definitely spelled Aquafina wrong, but she doesn't deserve it to be spelt right.
No.
Aquafina time.
No.
It's finally time to face your demons, Alex. This is your punishment, Alex.
You can do the outro. I'm taking my dogs for
This
a
is
piss.
this is your punishment, Alex.
Does it have to be CBT?
Yes, well, Aquafina is gonna be featured in our next episode. Yay.
Oh God,
Oh, I
Oh.
can't wait.
I'm gonna be so
I
mad if it's
can't-
actually good.
Well,
I know that Chris
said that this
hates
movie.
it.
Chris said that this
Yeah,
movie was bad, so
it was
um,
terrible.
I'm hoping it's better than it's been made out to be.
It's not.
Because I love Nick Cage.
I'm
So
gonna be so mad if
I
it's good.
disliked this movie more than I disliked like Sharknado.
Oh no.
I didn't like
Oh,
that, but I didn't like this more.
I
Oh
that's
no.
shocking.
I
I'll
don't
be
know.
honest.
I don't know how to respond. Chris, you
At least you
didn't
could
watch
turn your
Shark.
brain
You
off.
didn't watch like half an hour of Sharknado. More than that. You only watched
No,
the beginning and the end.
That's
Yeah,
fair enough.
I watched less of Renfield.
Damn. Well, too bad. You gotta watch it all.
Well, you're a fuck.
What?
You are a fuck.
Why am I getting this treatment?
Singular.
It's on Cameron's list.
Yep. Well,
You're getting this
Nah.
treatment because like you're the guy that asked and said, "Oh yeah, you get what do you get?"
Aw.
yeah. And Chris, we're not getting Conan until it's the last one on the list.
I'm killing myself before then.
L.
Yeah, hell. You won't have any friend.
Anyway,
There will be no
thank
friend.
you for watching. We will see you next week
I'm
when
sick.
we watch
Yeah.
Renfield. See
Alright,
you
we'll see
in
you guys
the cookie
later.
jar. Bye.